On to a corporate rarity, rarest of rare interviews. This company has grown at 20% compounded annually for the last 70 years. It's a rare interview because the promoters of Asian Paints are hardly ever seen on TV. As part of our serialization of the book Unusual Billionaire, CNBC-TV18's Lata Venkatesh spoke to the third generation of one of the founding families of Asian Paints, Jalash Dani, who's the president of Human Resources, Supply Chain and Chemicals of Asian Paints. Priya Seth gets you some highlights of an enchanting conversation.
If it is good for Asian Paints, it's good for the families.
It's this work philosophy that's helped promoter families, the Vakils, Danis and Choksis, paint a consistently bright future for Asian Paints for 75 consecutive years. This has reflected in stock performance. 1 rupee invested in Asian Paints in 1991 is worth 299 rupees in 2016, a compounded annual return of 25%. So what's the secret sauce of Asian Paints?
The sector itself has grown, and within that, from mid-60s, when we became market leaders, we have seen ourselves adding more top line year after year and gaining more share. We have also find value in staying focused to one line of business. So it's broadly paints, but within that, whether it's decorative paints or industrial paints. And in the last few years, we are now looking at a much larger canvas as far as home improvement is concerned, as far as decorative paints across emerging markets is concerned. Alliances in these areas in the last few years is what we are seeing. So I think a very disciplined approach in a category that is growing. Because you are disciplined and committed to a category, you continuously invest. We have stuck to the knitting and margins have been good. Return on capital employed has been good. We have gone back and again invested in good manufacturing practices, relationship with all stakeholders over a period of time. So very committed, very focused, I guess very conservative also.
How does Asian Paints brains trust work? Is it that the promoter families and the professionals sit together every quarter, every half year and brainstorm? How is this consistency produced?
As far as the organic growth of the decorative business is concerned, we continue to stay dissatisfied with status quo. So we definitely want to grow the business. We want to improve technology, our distribution, invest more in the brand, in the consumer connect. So there are many things we continuously keep on doing as far as these things are concerned. And for us, it is important that we deliver a good bottom line, but we have always believed that we must have a good volume growth. We must gain market share year after year. So that's something the organization truly believes in and continuously does that.
How do you guys approach acquisitions?
Over a period of time, we realized that if we have to get distribution, if we have to get brand, if we have to get talent, as we go to more and more emerging markets, it makes more sense to do acquisitions than only do organic growth. So we started doing acquisitions only in 90s. So we did an acquisition in India as far as the powder coating business is concerned. Then we did one in Sri Lanka, and then we did quite a few in 2002, and then we have added some more in the last few years.
How do you see Asian Paints 10 years down the line?
We clearly see two things happening as an organization. We find ourselves more and more growing in the emerging markets. So we are in the process of doing more acquisitions, integrating the existing acquisitions, also making greenfield investments. We also see ourselves becoming much stronger as far as the industrial business is concerned through alliances. We have done 2 acquisitions in the last 3 years as far as home improvement space is concerned. We are busy building up that in terms of it's already in kitchen and bath space, so we can definitely do more as far as that is concerned, and we'll continue to explore if there are more things we can do. But again, we are in not a lot of hurry. We want to grow the business at a certain pace.
With near-term benefits from the pay commission and better monsoon, and with a medium-term GDP growth of over 7%, Asian Paints looks set to continue its glorious story. In Mumbai, Priya Seth.
All right, moving on.